Here comes Dad.
Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson. You're watching Reality Survival. Me and Xander are up here just vacuum sealing some different foods for long-term storage. I recently did a video talking about the top 25 items that I stocked from Sam's Club. And several folks in the comments, or a couple folks anyway, had said something about wanting to know how we were going to package it up. So that is what we're going to show you today. I'm just using some Ball 32 ounce or quart size cans with lids, and then a Food Saver 4800 and the accessory for sealing up these 1 quart mason jars or Ball jars.
So basically what it does is suck the air out of food cans so they don't go bad.
That's right. That's what it does. It sucks all the air out, and that way these dry goods can stay in there and they're sealed up nice and tight, and they're going to last for a long time. So with that, we'll go ahead and move the camera and we'll show you how we're doing it. Okay, so as you can see, I've done beans, I've done some rice, and even some baking soda, and some oatmeal here so far. And I also went ahead and did my seeds. Some seeds that I recently purchased. These were the Survival Essentials heirloom seeds, and I went ahead and put them in here as well, just to keep them nice and sealed up. So the only other stuff that we need is we need the material that we're going to be doing, and then we need some jars. And I will put links to all this stuff on Amazon down in the description below. Definitely appreciate it if you guys use those links. That definitely helps us out a lot. So the first step here is we'll just go ahead and do rice first. And the first step is just to go ahead and fill up the jar. And you want to go ahead and fill it just about to the top, pretty close. Maybe give yourself, with the rice, half an inch or so. And then you want to kind of settle it. Rattle it around and settle a little bit, and then it says to leave about an inch or so from the top on the instructions, so that's fairly close. Then all we got to do is take the lid. Of course you want your jars to be clean and everything as well before you start. So then you take your lid, stick it on top of there, take the attachment, place it down over it nice and solid, hit the accessory button. Okay, and then it'll stop. And when you're pulling this off, you need to be kind of careful not to bust the seal, but not too bad. It comes off pretty easy. And then you can see it's all sealed up. It's pulled it down tight. And then you don't necessarily need to put the ring on, but I was watching Texas Prepper 2's channel, and he was doing this, and he said that after, I don't know if it was a year or 6 months or something like that, he was having some of the, I think it was like flour and stuff like that, he was having some of those lids pop off. So I thought I'd just go ahead and leave the lids on just to make sure that we don't have any issues. Now, as far as hooking the accessory to the 4800, I just hooked mine to the hose here. It had on it I think it was a wine bottle accessory, and I didn't ever use that, so I just cut the hose and then stuck this as the accessory part here to it. And this is a separate accessory that you have to buy separately, and it comes with both sizes for these small and large mason jars, and it seems to work pretty good here so far. So with that, let's go ahead. These are new. So let's go ahead, and there's a little pressure differential, I guess. We'll go ahead and do some baking soda, I guess. And with the baking soda, you need to kind of shake it down pretty good because it settles quite a bit. So you want to fill it all the way up and then shake it a little bit. Get it right there to the top, and then kind of makes a little bit of a mess, but just kind of shake it around. See, it settles a lot. It's already down to here. And over time it'll probably settle even further, but okay. Alright, so we'll wipe the top off so it can get a good seal. And then we place metal ring back on it. And pop that down over it, hit accessory. Pull that off. Make sure it's sealed up good. There's no, it's not popping or anything. Put the lid on. We're good to go. Now we'll go ahead and do oatmeal. You want to do this one, Xander?
Yeah.
Alright, come on up. Okay, just pour this in till it's full. Just try not to spill.
Okay.
Good. Go ahead and get it all so it's pretty full. Okay, that's good. Good job. Okay, now we gotta kind of shake it down. Nope, just barely. Just take it by both hands and do it like that. Good. All right, that's about 1 inch. So now, just take the lid, stick it on the top. Make sure it's, you don't have to twist it. You nope, you just got to set it on there. Make sure it's centered up. Is it pretty close? Center. Kind of feel on the sides. That's good. That's good.
Kind of coming out.
That's okay. Now we're just going to put that right down over the top of it.
Okay.
And hit the accessory button. Okay. Now we'll pull this off. Now check it. Check it. Make sure it doesn't make a pop. Nope. Just push on that. It'll be a dimple sound. It'll push like that.
If it isn't?
If it's not sealed. But there's no sound, so you're good to go. Now just spin that on.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
There you go. Boom. Done.
That's pretty easy.
That's pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we got 1 jar left. Let's go ahead and do some beans real quick. And then we'll be done. Want to pour them? Okay.
What type of beans are these?
These are pinto beans. Oh, careful, we're gonna spill. Alright, that's good.
Out there.
Oh, dropped a bean.
Yeah, I thought I saw like 3 come out.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll put the lid on.
Yeah.
Let's take it out. Center it up fairly good. There we go.
Probably about some.
Okay. Put that down on. Oops, sorry. Good to go. Okay guys, so one last thing I forgot to say is I wanted to show you how tight this seals without having to heat up the lids and all that. And I also wanted to mention, don't forget to label the top of it. I just do day, month, year, and then whatever the contents are. And the other thing is you can also store water this way as well. You know, you could boil up some water out of the tap or something. Probably wouldn't be necessary to, but you could if you wanted, and then you could just can water, basically. You know, you're not going to have any, it's glass containers, so you're not going to have any BPAs or anything like that. And again, like I said earlier, you can use them again for storing garden vegetables and stuff later on. Anyhow, here, let me go ahead and pop this open for you. This is one that I just sealed up. So, got a nice good seal, and you know, I think it's going to work out great. Okay, so that has just been a quick demonstration on using the Food Saver 4800 and the mason jar accessory to seal up dried goods stuff. Now, there are certainly more cheap ways to store dried goods. You know, you can put in oxygen absorbers, and you know, you could just vacuum seal stuff, put it in a Mylar bag, put in oxygen absorbers, put it inside of a bucket. You could do that. But the reason that I went ahead and went with mason jars is because mason jars are something that are really great to have after a disaster. If you have to have a garden, or if you're using a garden and you're trying to save your vegetables over the winter time, then you're going to want to have some mason jars on hand. These will be perfect to use. As I use the dry goods, I can take the dry goods out. If in an emergency, I could even pour all the dry goods out into bigger containers, like a 5-gallon bucket or something, and then use those for canning vegetables from the garden. So this is just a great way to get a dual use out of it. They're relatively inexpensive. I want to say I got 5 dozen for, I don't know, I think it was $80. I'm not sure, but again, I'll put the links, you know, to them down below so you can see them on Amazon. So you're looking at maybe $1, you know, what, $1.20 or something like that per container, plus the cost of the food to put it in there. But the secondary use after a disaster is really what I think is a great benefit. So I'm going to probably get several dozen more of these and put up a lot of dry goods this way. And I think it's gonna stay good for a long time. I don't know exactly what the shelf life is, but as long as it's sealed up, and it's, you know, the rings have worked good and everything like that, I think it's gonna stay good for many years. Again, I can't say for sure. It's kind of like Twinkies.
If you've hit a bunch of Twinkies and dried, it'd last even longer.
They probably would. They'd probably never go bad. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any questions, go ahead and stick them in the comments below. I do my best to answer, you know, the comments as often as I can. And as always, we definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps.
Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance.
That's right. Thanks a bunch, guys. We'll see you on another video here real soon. Hey guys, and my son has a YouTube channel. I just wanted to give him a shout out. His channel is
ASC Dad. For some reason, I was playing around the name, just I don't know.
So it's ASC Dad. He's going to change it later on, but that's his name right now.
Yeah.
And you can, I'll put a link to his channel in the description if you want to see his videos. These are videos that he makes entirely on his own. They're not me. They're just him. There's some gaming stuff. There's some nerfing stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I give you tips. Yeah. What else do you do on there?
Legos. Really anything. I want to like create like a movie soon.
He wants to do a movie here pretty quick.
So tell your kids, if you are a grown adult, if you have kids who like gaming and stuff. I am, if you're wondering, haven't released in like a week, but I'm going to release a Rocket League video soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.